I set up all 5 of these in my actual workspace, ran daily work, streaming, video calls, and a bit of light editing on each one for a full month. Because that's the only real way to know if the one-cable convenience of an all-in-one actually holds up past the first week. New to Unbox Daily? We actually live with gear for a month before ranking it, not just a quick unboxing. Subscribe if that's useful. Flagging this clearly up front since there's a second iMac later on this list, this is the current M4 chip generation, Apple's newest silicon, not the older model appearing later in this comparison. In my testing, performance was noticeably snappier than I expected from an all-in-one. Real Apple Silicon efficiency that ran quiet and cool even during longer editing sessions. Display quality held up as noticeably excellent throughout my month with it. Sharp and color accurate for both work and casual streaming. Build quality feels premium. Real integrated design with no separate monitor purchase required. The obvious limitation remains the same one that always applies. You're locked into macOS. For anyone comparing the 2 iMacs on this list, this current generation model is the one to actually buy new. The current M4 generation, the iMac to actually buy new, not the older model later on this list. Link below. MS. I brought real, accessible Windows value to this test, and in my month with it, performance handled everyday work, browsing, video calls, and document work smoothly without stuttering. Display quality was solid, not matching the Apple options above, but competent for daily use throughout my testing period. Build quality felt reasonable for the price, and setup was straightforward through Windows. This is a noticeably more affordable option than the Apple machines on this list. Real value if you specifically want Windows and don't need premium display or performance specifically. For anyone who wants a dependable, real budget-conscious Windows all-in-one, this held up fine in my testing for everyday use. Real, accessible Windows value that held up fine for everyday use in my month of testing. Link below. Lenovo's actual standout in my testing was the display. A noticeably larger 27-inch panel than several competitors here, noticeably more workspace for multitasking during my daily work sessions. Performance handled demanding everyday tasks smoothly, multiple browser tabs and video calls simultaneously without lag during my testing. Build quality felt solid and premium, matching Lenovo's typical design language. The design leans noticeably more modern than older generation AIO aesthetics I've tested in the past. For anyone who wants real maximum screen space in a Windows all-in-one specifically, this stood out clearly in my month of daily use. Real maximum screen space among Windows AIOs stood out clearly in my daily testing. Link below. Acer competed on real accessible pricing in this comparison, and the honest result from my month of testing was solid, functional performance for everyday tasks, browsing, streaming, document work, without any major stumbles during regular use. Display quality was reasonable for the price point, not the sharpest in this test, but perfectly usable throughout my testing period. Build quality felt adequate, not premium, but nothing felt flimsy or concerning after a month of daily use. For anyone whose actual priority is the lowest possible price for a functional Windows all-in-one, this covered that need reliably in my testing. Real accessible pricing that held up reliably through a full month of daily testing. Link below. Flagging this clearly. This is the previous generation M3 iMac, not Apple's current M4 model listed earlier in this comparison. Worth knowing that going in rather than assuming it's the newest hardware Apple offers. In my testing, performance still felt noticeably capable for everyday work, browsing, video calls, and light editing. The M3 chip remains solid, even a generation behind. Display quality held up well throughout my testing. Apple's typical color accuracy carried over from the current model above. The actual reason this is still worth considering is price. Real savings over the current M4 above if you don't need the absolute newest chip. For anyone who wants Apple's iMac experience at a real discount and doesn't need current generation silicon specifically, this held up well in my month of testing. Last generation's chip at a real discount off the current M4 above. Still held up well in my testing. Link below. If this real month-long testing helped you pick the right all-in-one for your actual daily use, the subscribe button helps a lot. All 5 links and current pricing are below. Remember, 2 of these are the same Apple iMac line a generation apart. The M4 is current, the The M3 is last year's chip at a real discount. If you've used one of these daily for months, tell us honestly whether performance and display quality held up the way they did in my testing.